So before we kick into the introduction of this plenary, which is the Future Demands Action, a number of years ago, this organization started a recognition program, an awards program, where folks were nominated and there's judges. And this afternoon, we're going to highlight a couple of folks who are this year's winners, 2017 winners of the Gear Up Professional of the Year Award. And I know one thing for sure, having worked in schools myself, is sometimes we don't recognize educators enough. So this is really sort of a special award for us in terms of recognizing the good work of our professionals in the field. And as usual for this award, we couldn't decide on just one person. I mean, how do you really even decide on two? 1,700 people in the room, but you represent a whole network of dedicated educators. And so we have two awardees today representing very different sort of job functions within the Gear Up ecosystem. So let me bring up our first awardee, who many of you I know, and that's Dr. Yvette Morgan. And a friend to all, a mentor to many, and I don't ever read a bio. Yvette is with the Gear Up program at St. John's University in New York and has been since 2001, so almost the inception of Gear Up. And what really caught the attention, I think, of the folks who reviewed the nominations this year is just how many of her colleagues stepped up in nomination and support of her in terms of her impact on them outside of her own community. It was a really powerful testament to her work, not only within New York City, but her work and impact nationally as well with all of you. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Yvette Morgan.
It's like literally racing right now. This is like the Oscars for Gear Up. What do you think, right? That's what I think. That's what I think. First, I have to thank God, because without him, none of this would be possible. I want to especially thank Nona Donovan for taking time out, because she runs a statewide initiative to call my colleagues to get them to support this. This has been one of the most difficult years of my life, surprisingly. Back in October, I lost my 24-year mentor, Dr. Les Edmond. And I know he's here right now, whispering in the back of my head, "Baby, you exceeded the limit," is what he would always say, because there's some times where the work gets hard. We all know that, right, directors? Sometimes you have to challenge your own prejudices in doing this work. Sometimes you have to sacrifice your own family time to do this work. But I tell you one thing, I can do Gear Up 7 days a week without getting paid. That's how much I love this program. And I just want to thank NCEP, because you're right. Many times, for me, Camille, it's sweet 16 for me too. I'm not 16 years old, but it's 16 years I've given my life to Gear Up, right? And it took 16 years to make it on the big stage. But I appreciate it. I accept it. I thank the St. John's University community. I thank Dr. Andre McKenzie, who is vice provost at the institution, who allows me to be as creative as I want to be with this program. I thank my team, my graduate assistants, my site coordinators, my evaluator, who's been standing with me since 2001. Where are you, Dr. Hung? I gotta thank her publicly. There she goes, right? I gotta thank Raquel Davis for always documenting everything and making it visible on what the impact Gear Up is doing. But in true Gear Up style, this is something I do with all my scholars. And I know we're eating, but we've gotta raise the energy in this room. So when I say we are, you say Gear Up, right? We are. We are. We are. I love you all. Thank you so much, Gear Up. Thank you.